Montana leaders say it's clear there's been a softening in the demand for COVID vaccines, and it's going to require them to reevaluate the ways they're getting shots out.
I wouldn't call it a precipitous drop in demand for the vaccine. I think softening is absolutely the right word.
General Matt Quinn, who heads Governor Gianforte's COVID-19 task force, says in recent weeks the state has averaged 7,000 to 8,000 vaccine doses administered each day. At the peak, they were seeing 14,000 shots on the busiest days. County health departments are seeing the same issue, with Lewis and Clark counties' weekly vaccinations falling from 3,000 the first week of April to just 700 2 weeks later. Leaders say vaccination rates remain lower among people aged 30 and younger. Quinn said despite reports in other states, they haven't seen significant numbers of Montanans failing to show up to receive their second dose of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines. He also said it's not clear that the federal government's temporary pause on the one-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine had a significant effect on people's decision.
I think you probably had those that were hesitant already, that said, maybe I'm now more hesitant. But we also had a lot of people telling county health departments, hey, we'll wait till Johnson & Johnson's back online.
State and local leaders say the falling demand is accelerating their move away from large mass clinics and toward other options that can meet people where they are.
Really start taking the vaccines to certainly larger employers, different community events that might be occurring, other groups of individuals, maybe churches, workplaces, that kind of stuff, where we can reach out to the people who still need to get a vaccine.
Quinn says the state will be working on partnerships in the coming weeks. One of the first will be with Town Pump, which is planning vaccine clinics for its employees around the state. In Helena, Jonathan Andarian, MTN News.
Right now, 46% of the population in Lewis and Clark County are considered fully vaccinated. But when we broke it down by zip codes in the county, we found a big disparity between urban and rural areas. So as you might expect, the city of Helena leads the county and is close to the county-wide average. But as you start to move to places like East Helena and the North Helena Valley, the percentage of the population considered fully vaccinated starts to fall to the low 30% range. Now moving to the northwest, areas that include Canyon Creek and Lincoln, you start to drop into the upper 20% range. And in some of the most rural areas, which include the I-15 corridor around Wolf Creek out to Augusta, the percentage of people fully vaccinated falls to around 25% and 20% respectively. Now here are those totals one more time. Lewis and Clark Public Health estimates that at the current 7-day average, it won't be until early December until 90% of the county's total population would be considered